Namaskar. This is Akhilesh Bhargav. Welcome to Tidbits on Business and Finance with me. It was on 23rd April last year that Franklin Templeton, the global mutual fund giant with worldwide assets of over $1.4 trillion under its management, suddenly announced that it had decided to prematurely shut its six mutual fund debt schemes in India, thus putting at risk about 30,800 crores of investor money therein. These Franklin schemes included the low duration fund, the ultra short fund, the short term income fund, the credit risk fund, the dynamic accrual fund, and the income opportunities fund, all of them debt schemes. These funds of Franklin collectively had an over 50% market share in India's debt mutual funds, which at that time had an aggregate fund under management on account of debt mutual funds to the tune of 55,000 crores. This closure obviously meant that the Franklin debt funds had been under tremendous stress and had also been unable to liquidate their investments in order to meet the redemption demands of their investors. Franklin therefore decided to close these funds and repay investors after what it called a negotiated and arranged sale of their portfolios. The closure meant that the investor money would be blocked in these funds for an uncertain period with a potential enormous loss to the ordinary investors. Franklin said that it was shuttering these funds to protect investor interest. It said that this was necessitated due to the significantly reduced liquidity in the Indian bond market and the unprecedented redemption demand due to COVID and the lockdown, which prevented these funds from selling their investments and repaying their investors. This situation was further aggravated by the absence of any fresh investor inflows into the Franklin funds. However, a quick look at the investment profile of these funds very clearly showed that many of them were substandard and hence they resulted in an exceptional liquidity crisis which was faced by these six funds. Without committing in any manner whatsoever that the $1.4 trillion global fund giant will ensure that Indian investors in these funds will not suffer any losses, Franklin said that it is deeply committed to India and that one-third of its global manpower is based out of India. The sudden closure of funds resulted in an expected hue and cry among the Franklin investors, but the larger issue was one of investor panic, which could potentially trigger a run on the other debt funds in particular. While Franklin got into motion in order to sell its investment portfolios and repay investors, of which reports say that at present about 15,000 crores have been repaid so far, SEBI, on the other hand, was alarmed by this unprecedented event and got into an investigation overdrive. Forensic auditors were immediately appointed to conduct an audit of the entire affairs of Franklin, including its mutual fund, its asset management company, and the trustee company, which were collectively engaged in soliciting funds from the public and investing and managing them for a fee. As the capital markets regulator, SEBI started its own inquiries, and upon receipt of the forensic audit report in due course, it issued show cause notices. In its recent 100-page order, SEBI held Franklin guilty of massive irregularities in the management of these funds, failure to exercise adequate due diligence in making investments, failure in ensuring a robust risk management structure, and failure in the valuation of securities as per principles of fair valuation, all of which led to the closure of these six funds with a potential sizable loss to the fund investors. The SEBI order said that Franklin is barred from launching any new debt mutual fund scheme in India for a period of 2 years. SEBI imposed a fine of 5 crores on Franklin for violating the SEBI mutual fund regulations and suddenly shutting down six debt funds. It further ordered Franklin to refund the entire management and advisory fees of 512 crores earned by it between June 2018 to April 2020, together with interest at 12% per annum. SEBI commenced adjudication proceeding against the CEO, against the Chief Compliance Officer and the directors of the Franklin AMC for all the irregularities and violations in the management of these funds which were closed down. The reality, according to us, is that the integrity, character, and conduct of any corporate flows from its top bosses, and thus, while the top dogs of the Franklin AMC are under adjudication and punishment, the one that truly got singled out was its head, Vivek Kudva, for his conduct, which SEBI says did not conform to the ethical, moral, and legal norms applicable to a person entrusted with quasi fiduciary responsibilities of managing public money. The fact is that these 6 debt funds of Franklin were struggling. They were in a massive liquidity and redemption stress, and the one person who knew it all was Vivek Kudva, the head of Franklin. In its separate 44-page order, SEBI narrated the facts of the case as under. It said that while the funds were closed on 23rd April 2020, by 18th March 2020, these debt funds were facing severe liquidity risk, runaway redemptions, shortage of funds, and negative returns, and it was Vivek Kudva as the head who certainly knew it all. SEBI says that Vivek was part of the asset management company's liquidity review committee, which gave him access to critical sensitive data about cash flows, about borrowings, about breach of borrowing limits, about shortage of funds, about repayment pressures and redemptions, thus making him fully aware of the potential losses to investors in these funds. Therefore, SEBI says between 20th March to 3rd of April, on the basis of this confidential data which was available to Vivek Kudva and not to the public, Vivek, his wife Rupa Kudva, and his late mother quietly withdrew without any disclosures their investments of about 31 crore rupees from these debt funds to avoid any likely loss that he was aware of. The top lawyers who represented before SEBI on behalf of the Kudvas in response to his show cause notice denied any wrongdoing by him by way of any fraud or unfair trade practice as was alleged by SEBI. They claim that all information about these funds was available in public domain and thus there was no misuse of confidential information by the Kudvas. They also claim that the closure of these funds was not on the cards when the Kudvas redeemed their investments, which SEBI refers to. In a stern order, SEBI held that the Kudvas had converted confidential corporate information into private profits to the detriment of an unsuspecting public. SEBI said that there was therefore breach of fiduciary duty and the Kudvas thus indulged in unfair trade practices. It further said that Vivek Kudva kept seeking critical information and violated the code of ethics and conflict of interest policy of the asset management company, which did not conform with the ethical, moral, and legal norms applicable to a person entrusted with fiduciary responsibilities. His conduct in the matter of redeeming his investments on the basis of confidential information was termed by SEBI as akin to a captain deserting a sinking ship. The SEBI order in the case of Vivek Kudva, Rupa Kudva and his mother thus said that it restrains Vivek and Rupa Kudva from accessing or being associated with capital markets in any manner for 1 year, whether directly or indirectly. It then prohibited them from liquidating any of their holdings of other securities and mutual funds. SEBI ordered them to pay a total fine of 7 crores for this gross misconduct. Since Franklin investors have received between 25 to 27% of their investment so far, SEBI ordered that the Kudvas deposit rupees 22.64 crore rupees out of the redemption they received of rupees 31 crores by them, together with interest at the rate of 12% per annum in an escrow account with SEBI. And it said that this amount will be released to the Kudvas in the same proportion as and when Franklin repays money back to the investors in these closed funds. That thus gets us to what we call a standard conclusion, which we have often seen when we discuss about any misconduct in the matter of India's banking, financial and capital markets. It is due to the misconduct of professional CEOs of the likes of Chanda Kochar, Rana Kapoor, Ravi Parthasarathy, Hari Shankaran and now Vivek Kudva that we have seen blatant malpractices and misconduct in India's finance, banking, and capital market sector, putting it in such a horrible mess. The ordinary investor has been certainly taken for a ride, and the system has been hugely defrauded by these top honchos who certainly deserve the strictest punishment for their misdeeds. The other issue, of course, is these kind of misdemeanors keep happening with predictable regularity. The point to be seen is the surveillance by regulators weak or are the regulations weak? And both of them perhaps will need to be strengthened. This is Akhilesh Bhargav signing off till we meet again. Namaskar.
Hello everyone. HW News English is 2 years old now. When we started this venture, we promised ourselves one thing, that news should remain free, because right to know is the right of every Indian. But to keep news free for everyone, we need support from some of you. And thus we have rolled out membership on our YouTube channel HW News English. But mind you, the membership is completely voluntary. The programs that we were doing earlier, that we are doing now, will continue to remain free. First level is a basic level. Here, you can be our supporter by paying Rs 199 per month. This membership gives you certain perks and benefits. The perks include unique badges in front of your name, a live show from Mr. Sujit Nair and from Mr. Akhilesh Bhargava per month for our members. You can also vote in some exclusive members-only polls. Now the second level is Super Supporter. Here you can be our Super Supporter by paying Rs 3,999 per month. This membership will include every perk that comes with basic level. Additionally, our Super Supporters can be a part of a WhatsApp group where we can have discussions and suggestions on various topics. The second perk includes a gift pack with our merchandise. And the third perk is a Google Meet with Mr. Sujit Nair, where you can join the meet and ask your questions to Mr. Nair face to face. Lastly, if you like, we would give a shout out to our super supporters in our programs. So, hope to see you soon with our badges.
पता है इन सब लोगों में एक चीज कॉमन है, गैस करिए क्या? नहीं पता? चलिए एक हिंट देती हूँ, ये सब आपके परिवार से जुड़े हैं। अरे फिर भी नहीं पहचाना आपने इन्हें? चलिए कोई बात नहीं, वैसे भी ये लोग पर्दे के पीछे ही तो काम करते थे। इन सब की डेथ हो गई है कोविड से, ताकि आप और आपका परिवार सेफ रह सके। और यही तो है परिवार का मतलब, अपनों की रक्षा करना। जो हमारे लिए जान दे सकते हैं वो अपने सगे नहीं तो फिर कौन है? मुंबई पुलिस।